Okay, so if you don't remember, from like my most recent YouTube short and stuff, where I was checking out like the day 14 reward and stuff in Piggy, that be for the advent calendar and stuff, right over here, the Holly Jolly advent calendar and stuff, for day 14 and stuff, for the Gus skin. I briefly mentioned this stuff, Yeah, see, there's this Gus skin right there. Again, I'm making like a YouTube short every single day and stuff for like all the advent calendar skins, so I don't need to like make 30, 31 videos and stuff. Just 1 to 2 minutes and stuff. I think that's just completely pointless. But yeah, there's this skin right there. I briefly mentioned and stuff that they did add a new merch tab and stuff, which is pretty much just all like the current merch and stuff, the makeshift merch and stuff. Happening in Piggy right now and stuff. Yeah, get your own Piggy product now. Some products can come with campaigns dedicated to them, and by reaching certain sales milestones, you get in-game rewards and stuff. Like with the Mr. P plushie, the AJ Alpaca plushie, for Pig 64 and stuff. Like the Mr. P from last year and stuff. Like right over here. Yeah, this is the Mr. P plushie right here and stuff. So yeah, and also with like another upcoming one and stuff. I think like the writer page plush and stuff for like another campaign and stuff. And yet to this day, Mouse Key Skin Quest isn't still out yet and stuff. That's coming out in 2026 now, so that's perfect. And yeah, right now with the whole Moopy plushie and stuff. Like that little dev skin that I think Moonfall X made for a Mini Toon and stuff. Like with Mini Toon made you know like the Mooney skin for Moonfall X. Yeah, we got the movie plushie and stuff. One of the first dev skin plushies, I guess, pretty much. And yeah, like when I made that YouTube short, this said like coming soon, and it basically revealed the skin quest of it. Find movie in each book one map to unlock the exclusive movie dev skin. And so this like came out like a half an hour ago and stuff. But as I'm recording this, so yeah, like this is only about like the makeshift merch and stuff. Like it doesn't include like like the Piggy merch from like 2020 to 2021. If any of you guys remember that and stuff, like observe, I got I have some of like the figurines and such, like like yeah, the Piggy figurine, like the mystery figurines and stuff, like the Green Parasy and stuff. The White Officer Doggy, the Foxy. Yeah, I did show these before and stuff in like that big end of guesty video and stuff. So just put them back. All right, but yeah, it doesn't include any of like that playpiggy.net merch and stuff. Like from 2020 to 2021, like the figurines, the previous Piggy plushies and stuff. Like none of that and stuff. Just only the makeshift merch and stuff. Which I mean, some of them you can still buy. I think, if I'm not mistaken and stuff. I mean, it'd been kind of cool if they at least kind of included that in like a like a playpiggy.net version. I guess like I mean I don't really know, man. It's just me, I guess. But yeah. So um yeah. So like they said like if the movie plushie reached 500 sales and stuff, which is like $30 and stuff, then they will release a skin quest to get your very own Moopy skin. One of the first dev skins to actually be attainable for everyone and stuff in the Piggy community and stuff. Like Pickle Rick, like you can't get Pickle Rick as a skin. That's like mini tunes. You can't get Lisa. That's like Ikea's and stuff. I wonder if I honestly wonder if she still works on Piggy. Honestly, I never really heard of her. Like working on Piggy for a while. I don't know, or I might just miss something. But even like Epitank's skin, you can't get that because that's his skin and stuff. But yeah, you can finally get Moopy now and stuff. This was like literally yesterday and stuff, and it said coming soon. And what do you know? Next day, status live quest. So we pretty much yeah. So I'm quite yapping a lot and stuff in the intro. So yeah. So the skin quest: find Moopy in each book one map to unlock the exclusive Moopy dev skin. So I'm assuming it's like the plushy version and stuff. So it's probably gonna be like a very small thing, like a small like thing to find and stuff. And yeah, again, like it just really says and stuff. Very simple. We just gotta find Moopy in each book one chapter to unlock the exclusive Moopy dev skin and stuff. And maybe in book two they could do like a Mooney skin quest and stuff. I mean without the, I mean you probably need a plushie for that. I don't know, man. Maybe just like a secret skin quest and stuff. Who knows? But yeah, that's all we're gonna do today and stuff. Obviously, I can't cramp this into like one YouTube short and stuff, so it's probably gonna be like gonna take this way longer and stuff. So yeah, I'm assuming this obviously doesn't really matter which like game mode and stuff. All we have to do is just like go into the maps and just find all the Moopy plushies and stuff, and then we'll get our own fairy Moopy plushie. And I think there's also like alternative and stuff skin at like of the actual Moopy plushie and stuff. So that's kind of cool, I guess. It was kind of leaked and stuff. Not gonna lie. I did see yesterday that if you went into build mode and stuff, and like go into like the skins and stuff, you would see Moopy and stuff, with like alternate, like like that arrow and stuff, with like a 0, coins and stuff. But that would just take you to So, anyways, yeah, we're in chapter 1. I don't know why it's... Oh, alright, well, yeah, it looks like there's, also a new little icon they added and stuff, like, see, there's, like, I think that's the Moopy plushie alternative and stuff, so, yeah, I think the first one is in the shed, if I'm not mistaken, from what I saw from Twitter a little bit and stuff, but, yeah, again, I'm just using alt account and stuff to just make things way easier for me and stuff, so, yeah, my alt account still has the Frost Pump Piggy and stuff, so, anyways, yeah, so, I might as well, just record my progress a little bit and stuff, to at least make this video a little longer, so, and try to add some commentary at the best of my ability and stuff, so, I don't know why it's being a pain in the ass with, the FPS and stuff, alright, I guess we're just gonna have to deal with this, whatever, so, yeah, we'll just, hello there, so yeah, oh, and there it is. Boom. Just like that. So, yeah, it looks like, Moopy plushies, like that is just gonna be around the book 1 maps, and then you just gotta click them and stuff unless they disappear. I'm assuming you did it, so now I guess I can go, get killed. And at least they, re-added, her, like, kill sound and stuff, so that's kind of cool, I guess. And yeah, again, because of that, it really doesn't matter and stuff what game mode you pick and stuff. It could be, like, bot mode, player plus bot, even tag, I'm assuming, It just doesn't really matter. As long as you're in the book 1 map, then, it's gonna spawn, like, somewhere, I guess. So, yeah, of course, it's probably not really randomly generated and stuff on where it could possibly be. I think it's just obviously gonna be in the same spot as usual, so... Yeah, now that we're done with chapter 1, now we're in chapter 2. So now we gotta find the Moopy plushie in chapter 2. And then after that, we gotta do that. There's like 10 more times and stuff in all the other maps and stuff, and that's pretty much it. We did it. So, again, I'm just probably gonna record most of my progress and stuff, to at least add something and stuff to this video, because if not, this video will probably be at least, like, 10 minutes and stuff, so, yeah, anyways, again, I am using an alt account so I can make this more easier for myself. Alright, so, anyways, I got myself the blue key, so we're just gonna go right up here. I guess I'll just, use the green? Yeah, no, just use the blue key first. So yeah, keep your eyes out. Oh, there it is. And I didn't even have to unlock anything, so... Yeah, so the second one, so the one in station is just literally right here. You pretty much don't even have to open up anything. You just, go into the showers and stuff, and yeah, just pick that up. Try not to bend down, I guess, and stuff. Someone else might be in there. Anyways, ouch. I honestly wanted, yeah, I did mention this again. I did mention this in my YouTube short and stuff, but I did actually want to get the Moopy plushie for myself and stuff. Again, it's like $30. The Mr. P plushie was also $30, but. If you guys don't know and stuff, I've already mentioned this before to those of you who don't basically remember. I basically have a Croc edition and stuff. It's like gameplay, and I literally have like 25 plus Crocs and stuff, like in my closet, like, I think, yeah, I think I could like show it and stuff. Let me just, I guess, unplug this. Yeah, as you can see right there. Yeah, those are, like, some of the Crocs I have, like Mater, like Lightning McQueen. There's also, yeah, I think you can see some of them and stuff. There's also some in the closet does it. If you don't see them, I have like Gushers One, Superman, Sonic, and then right over here, yeah, we got like Monsters Inc., McDonald's, and Toy Story. And I guess I'll also add a little update, but I secured the Grinch Crocs along with like Superman and stuff, even the Lasso ones. I don't think I mentioned that before. I'm trying my best to like catch you guys up on like what my collection is about. So let me just set this back up, I guess. Oh dear. But yeah, the reason why I didn't get my hands on the movie plushie is because the Patrick Crocs and stuff, like along with like Squidward Crocs and stuff, they basically restocked. I'm most likely for the promotion of the new SpongeBob movie coming out and stuff. And of course, some of these Crocs can sell out very fast and stuff, because of course they're very popular nowadays. So I wanted to like use the rest of my birthday money and stuff to purchase them. I had like $75 or like $80 and stuff, and yeah, I clearly begged my mom for all these Crocs and stuff, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much why I didn't get my hands on the movie plushie. I wanted to worry more about the Patrick Crocs I wanted to get, so that like that was pretty much most likely one of the only chances I could get them again, and like because like if they like sold out and stuff, they would probably like not come in like by a year or two and stuff later. So something like that and stuff. I just didn't want to miss my chance. So probably not gonna get my hands on the Moopy plushie and stuff. Yeah, maybe like the next plushie, like maybe the next plushie that comes out and stuff, I'll probably hopefully get like the Writer Page plushie. But yeah, I mean, unless if like like those like some Crocs and stuff that I'm not really that I'm interested in don't come out, I guess something like that. We'll just have to cross that bridge when we come to it and stuff. So I don't know, but yeah, that was enough little yapping. Like where yeah, let's just focus on the bigger let's just focus on the bigger issues here and stuff, and like find where this Moopy plushie could possibly be. So there's like a whole scavenger hunt. We gotta just like search where this could even possibly be. But besides, I'm already wasting a lot of time because I had to show you my little collection. So yeah. Anyways, alright, I'm assuming it's most likely in here and stuff. Right there. Boom. And yeah, now we found the third Moopy plushie. So let's move on to chapter 4. Also, I guess I'll talk about and stuff about, since like we're already getting halfway through December, so there's a likely chance that, yeah, so there's a likely chance that, like the winter chapter is just around the corner and stuff. Again, my best guess is like somewhere around the middle of December, or probably like Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, or just around Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Those are my best guesses on when, this winter chapter is going to come out. So, yeah, again, there's really not an exact release date, but of course it's going to release this winter, this December and stuff. So, but we don't exactly know like what day that is exactly. So, yeah, again, we're just going to have to wait and see, They're likely gonna release like a little post and stuff on Twitter and stuff, like saying hey, winter chapter tomorrow. Again, it's supposed to be like a TSP Silver Paul character focus chapter where the TSP members are gonna get a gift for Willow Wolf. So that's most likely gonna have some important lore, maybe probably something about like the characters, like relationships and stuff, like their connections. I get something like that maybe. Might even explain more about, maybe Foxy or something, maybe something about Pony. That would honestly be kind of cool because, again, we don't exactly, like, I mean, it's kind of, like, hinted that, Foxy might been a part of the TSP, so, yeah. Yeah, again, with, like, the Chapter 8 and stuff, outside of Foxy's cage, like, do not open, monster inside, so maybe Willow had something to do with that, like in giving him the potion or some shit like Doggy or something. I don't know. We're just gonna have to see when that chapter comes out. So I'm assuming it's somewhere in here. No, it's not. Okay. Alright, I don't think I've explored here. Is it in here? No? Alright then. I don't know if this could be a little more difficult on finding it. I mean, again, I guess it's like a very more open map, so it could be anywhere. I don't really know, but I got some music. Alright. Or it's probably like behind one of these generators, isn't it? You know, like one next to one of these generators and stuff, I'm assuming. Again, that is my best guess. I don't exactly know the exact locations, but I'm trying to do this without a tutorial and stuff, you know, because again, I can I have my own responsibilities now, you know. I don't need, like, you know, someone else to, like, tell me, you know, yeah. Alright, where is this Moopy plushie? I've clearly already opened basically the entire map and stuff, and yet no sign of the Moopy plushie. I've already collected the 3 rest. I'm assuming you gotta do this in order and stuff, or maybe you don't even have to do it in order and stuff. I don't know. I don't really know. Yeah, it's not really not like, you know, the actual Moopy and stuff, you know, as the skin. It's just like the plushie you gotta find. And from what it looks like, I'm kind of having trouble with that. And I've completely missed it. Okay, yep, I'm gonna jump now. Screw this shit. Okay, so now we are going straight into Chapter 5 School, you know. And my best guesses on where it could possibly be is the sewers, the lunchroom, the gym, or, you know, the security office, you know, where Bunny is and stuff. Like, I think it's gonna start, like, being in, like, more in the more important rooms, if that makes sense, you know, like, again, you know, the security office, the gym, the sewer, something more, you know, unique, I guess, you know, and not like basic rooms and stuff. If that even makes any sense and stuff, or gotta, like, start jingling keys for you to understand, I don't know. But yeah, again, now we're in Chapter 5 School, so we gotta see, like, figure out where the Moopy plushie is in here, so. Or it might just not be in any of those rooms, I'm guessing and stuff, and it's probably in where Skelly is or something, I don't know. Maybe it's inside Skelly and stuff, being spring-locked or some shit, I don't know. I'm just typing shit. But it's usually in, like, some kind of corner and stuff. Yeah, it's pretty much in, like, most of the time it's in, like, some kind of corner, you know. Like in the house with the shed in the corner, or, you know, in the bath, in, like, the showers and stuff, in the corner, you know, stuff like that, so. So I guess we just gotta focus on the corners and stuff. Look at the corners. So. Anyways, this might take a little. Alright, gonna open Sesame, this gym over here. So, let's see the corners. Aha! See? What did I tell you? At least, you know, one of the locations I was correct about and stuff. So, yeah, that's right in the gym in another corner and stuff. Right in that corner and stuff. Like, you go in here, left corner. You know, left, like, top left corner. You know, yeah, stuff like that. So, yeah. So, now let's just go get pumped. I don't even know. Okie dokie. Ronies, whatever. So, yeah, now we're in the Chapter 6 hospitals. So now we gotta find where the Moopy plushie is in here, you know? So we know now that, you know, it's gonna be in, like, more important rooms, you know, again, if that makes sense and stuff, you know, in corners. So, I mean, that's clearly obvious and stuff, that, you know, like, you know, it's not just gonna be right on the bench and stuff, but, again, so, but, you know, still check these rooms just in case. So, yeah, my best guess is in the security office, you know, upstairs with the exit, or on one of the staircases. I guess. Those are my best guesses right now, man. Alright, so. Let's see. Do I see it up there? No, I do not. So it's not up there. Alright. I mean, I guess, you know, maybe even the cafeteria, I guess? Ah. He's fucking dead. Alright, cafeteria. Boom. Didn't even have to open anything. I mean, except, obviously, upstairs, but. Yeah, so, it's right in the cafeteria, just right next to the shelf and stuff. Again, in the corner, you know, so, yeah, go into the cafeteria, go right there, and then, boom, you're gonna find the next, Moopy plushie. So now I'm gonna die. Alrighty then, we are now in Chapter 7 Metro, so, yeah, this is the chapter where, you know, after we leave and stuff, Bunny goes through pain and agony and stuff, meanwhile, us, the player, just, you know, are just happily at damn carnival and getting chased by a silly little clown and stuff. While Bunny goes for what it feels like a lobotomy, I guess, or something. So, yeah. Anyway, so now we gotta find the Moopy plushie right in this metro over here. So, yeah, I'm assuming it's probably gonna be somewhere like, you know, in there, or I guess anywhere. I guess I don't really know. It could literally be anywhere. Again, it could literally be anywhere and stuff. You never know. So, anyways, let's see. Is it right in here? Nope. All right then. Let's go over here. How about that? Uh-oh, that doesn't sound good. Guess the smoke detector's going off and stuff, if you guys can even hear that in the first place. Or just probably hearing my annoying ass voice. Anyways, you in here? You hiding in one of the boxes or something? Maybe. I'm just not realizing it yet. Alright. I don't think it matters if you escape or not and stuff, so I guess you really don't have to exactly worry about that, so... Nothing there. Okay. Alright, let's go use the coin, I guess, now, so... It's probably gonna be in, like, the... Yeah. My best guess is probably just gonna be in there and stuff, and it's clearly obvious. Yeah, I'm not exactly seeing it anywhere else, so I think my theory is correct. Alright. Yeah, there's just a very mini Gustinome in there, you know? I think they were leaving him behind, like, Springtrap and stuff in Fazbear's Fright. Alright. Let's open this bad boy up. Boom. I could even be in one of the safes and stuff. They're probably gonna do that. They're probably gonna even do that and stuff, you know? Alright, anyways. You guys, seen a Moopy plushie anywhere? Alright then, you all have a good day, I guess. Okay, I think it's clearly obvious that it's gonna be right in here and stuff. I'm quite really seeing it nowhere else, so... Let's see. Boom. What the hell did I tell you guys? Okay, so, we're now in the Chapter 8 Carnival and stuff, so... We're gonna just, again, we're gonna, like, figure out where it is in here. Do I see it in, the tent? It might be in the tent, I'm just not seeing it. Or it might be in this maze. I might not even have to open anything and stuff, if so. I guess not. Alright. Okay, so. I guess it'll be a little more easier since this is a more open map and stuff. You can, like, see more, I guess. Maybe. Probably not. I don't really know. Up, right there. Boom. Again, I pretty much didn't even have to open anything, I guess. Alright, we are now going into the city. Yeah, so my best guess is on where it could be is in Grandma Piggy's poutine. Probably, like, somewhere up, like in, on the rooftops. Or probably somewhere in Ellie's Enterprise. Those are my best guess. I don't exactly know. Or it could be behind one of these beds, and I guess this will be, like, semi-more difficult, you know, with Grandma Piggy running around, but, you know, she's slower and stuff she's slower than, like, a sloth and stuff, so I guess we really don't have to worry about that, so, but then again, I'm just gonna search these rooms, you know, just in case. You'll never know if, you know, they could, trick you just like that. Oh, sounds like, Grandma Piggy is, coming her way. How's it going, Grandma Piggy? You little fuck. Alright. I guess I didn't really see anything, or... Wait. No. Hold on. It might be here somewhere. It might be here. Who knows? It might. Never mind. Alright. Slow ass, you hag. Alright. Anyways. How's it going? You're gonna get hit by a car if you keep stepping on the road. Look both ways and stuff when crossing the streets, kids. Also, don't do this at home, I guess. I don't know. Don't do drugs. Okay. Yeah. I guess I really have nothing else to pretty much talk about, so I guess or it's likely to be in one of these rooms, you know, like one of the locked rooms. Precisely my point. Alright, I'll play fair, Grandma. You old fucking piece of bacon. Okay, we are almost done here. Now we are in Chapter 10 Mall. And now we gotta find we gotta find the movie plushie in the Chapter 10 mall, like I just said. So I'm assuming that it's gonna be you know, yeah, I'm assuming it's gonna be like in the vent maybe with Mousy or in the Birdie Bank and stuff. I really beg to God it's not in the actual vault and stuff where you have to do the obstacles and stuff. If so, that's gonna be fucking unfair. Honestly, I can't even lie, but. Let's just hope it's somewhere that isn't, you know, the little obby and Birdie Bank and stuff, because I will not be a fan of that if that actually happens and stuff. Alright, anyways, so yeah, so a little Christmas tree they have, that's nice, that's nice. Might even be in Kitty's kitchen and stuff. She's probably cooking up that little plushie, yeah. Is Kitty a fan of Moopy? I guess not. Whatever. Alright, so let's go place down this good old plank. Nothing here. So let me search here. Is it in here? Mousy, do you have yourself that little, No? No Moopy plushie? I guess not. But she would be a fan of Moopy, I guess, but... Guess not. He's probably gonna fall from that and break his damn, like, neck, ankle. Probably just everything in his body and stuff because it's so damn small. Probably one tap is gonna, like, you know, shatter his entire ribcage. Alright. Anyways, let's see. What do we have here? Absolutely nothing, so it's fucking useless. Alright, I am now shopping for, you know, the little Moopy plushie. Do you have Moopy plushie in stock and stuff still on makeshift? Guess not. Damn. Alright, it's fucking sold out of stock. Right, that's perfect and stuff. Fuck. Alright. Okay, we still haven't even opened. Alright, maybe it's in the II arcade and stuff. You know, I could probably win it and stuff in the claw machine, huh? It would look be kind of funny if it was actually in the claw machine and it's like RNG and stuff where you had to, like, you know... Ah, right there! See what I tell you? It would honestly be low-key kind of funny if it was actually in the claw machine. It was like some kind of RNG and stuff where, you know, there was like a chance of you actually getting the Moopy plushie and the coin. Honestly, there's probably going to be 50 people, like, in the Piggy community, like, you know, complaining about something like that, you know, because, again, they get complaining about, like, almost every single damn update and stuff somehow. I mean, again, of course, they're not going to do that and stuff, you know, like, yeah, of course, not that greedy, I guess. So, anyways, Chapter 11, Outpost. We are almost done. We are almost officially done. Just 2 more chapters, and then we are done and stuff. Again, I could literally just, you know, go on I could literally just go, like, to, like, a tutorial and stuff from Banana Man and stuff, and, you know, like, complete this in less than 10 minutes, but, you know, I'm not doing that, you know? Like, I'm trying to do this all by myself, you know? I've seen, like, you know, MiniToonFan99 for a split second have a Twitter post on, like, where all the locations are, but, you know, I'm not going to use that because, you know, I want to try to do this by myself, you know? I'm a big boy. I can do my own things, you know? I don't need other people to, you know, like, help me do stuff, you know? So, yeah. Besides, I just, you know, finding a Moopy plushie, just a small little Moopy plushie in just the maps. It's not really that difficult to do so and stuff, so, yeah. Again, I guess that doesn't really make me cool and stuff if I, yeah, whatever. Who even cares at this point? You're probably just here to just, you know, see how to get the Moopy plushie and stuff, because obviously you went to me first and stuff to, like, figure out how to get this and stuff. You didn't go to the Banana Man or Mindbox Fusion, you went to me, I guess. So, thank you, I guess. Or you probably just seeing my progression and stuff on getting the skin, that is. So, besides, it's probably, like, what, like 30 minutes by now? Yeah, close enough, like 20 minutes, I guess, so. Anyways. Oh, that's just the, like, the tree no clipping, I guess, a little bit. Alright, let's see. Where could it be? Oh, where could it be now? Let's see. Ooh, where is it? Where is it? Move the hell the... Nothing? Okay, I guess not. What about right over here? Nothing again? My best guess is that it's, like, in there. Or in, like, that wrench room up there. That's pretty much it, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. You know, again, like, probably, like, the more important rooms, I guess. You know, again, like, corners, pretty much, so. I mean, sometimes in corners, you know, like the Moopy one wasn't in a corner, but still, I guess, whatever. Anyways, let's see, what do we got in here? Moopy plushie. Where is it? Where is the Moopy plushie? Where is it? I guess not in here then. Darn. Gosh diggity darn. Okay then, how about we just go back up here? I didn't explore up here yet, did I? Boom, it's quite literally just right there. Huzzah. Okay, I thought this was gonna be coming like the Piggy backrooms and stuff by Toonie Sailor. Can I? Okay, I don't know why that took a little, but okay. All right, this is it. Book book 1, chapter 12 and stuff. The final chapter where we gotta find where the Moopy plushie is. Now this might be a little more difficult, I guess. You know, with not only it could literally be anywhere and stuff because again, it's like a more bigger map, I guess. Especially with like two phases and stuff, so you never know like where which phase it could possibly be in. Most like it's phase 1 and stuff, obviously, but especially with this guy over here, you know, like the potato legend, I guess. You know, the French guy, I guess. You know, Mr. P. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have a pain in the ass with him, even though I have an alt account and stuff. You know, he could probably like ambush me sometimes. You know, keep him on you, you fat fucking potato. Thing looks like some cult. All right. Anyways, I guess we'll go with orange keycard first. Oh shit. Okay then. Again, I guess we'll just go with orange keycard first and stuff. So that's like a more wider, like area and stuff. Unlike the green keycard. So let's just try not to risk that, shall we? Again, it could quite literally just be in like either phase 1 or phase 2, but it's most likely gonna be phase 1, or even by a rare chance, you know, phase 2. Bet to God not. Alright. Anyways. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. No, it's not in here. Close. Alright, anyways. No. Any Moopy plushie I see anywhere? I don't spy my little eyes on anything, so... Or is it... Oh, never mind, okay. I don't think I saw it there, so... Open up, alright. Boom, got myself the flank, so... Guess I can, you know, like, block him and stuff, so... And there's 2 doors. Fuck it, it's not real worth it. Alright. Nothing there. Oh, okay, I didn't click it, fuck. Alright. Alright, what do we got in here? Moopy? No. Nothing, I guess? Uh-oh. Nope. Okay, I guess it's not in here. What about the green keycard area? What if it's in here? Let's find out. Let's, see where it could possibly be. And again, it's like a more cramped area and stuff, so... Gotta watch out for the potato himself, so... You're no clipping, I guess. Alright. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, Mr. B. Almost gave me a fucking heart attack, you piece of shit. Not only did you create the entire infection, you almost gave me a heart attack. That's the worst thing you could have ever done. Sick bastard. Alright. I don't think it's... No, that's just present. That's literally just present. Like, no. Alright. Let's see. Nothing. Again, I gotta make this quick because, again, you know, he could be coming around any fucking corner. Me, Stoppy. I'm kind of scared. Where are you, Loki, now? Where the hell did you go? Where the hell the fuck? Where did Mr. P go? Oh my god. Where did you come from? Jeez. Alright. Alright. I'm not seeing anything. Or I'm just completely blind and just not seeing correctly. Again, I don't be in the room for too long. Or otherwise, Miss B might do something bad. I don't think... So it might be in phase 2. It might be in phase 2, or I'm just not... Okay, Alright, let's just, oh, crap, I forgot to turn streamer, mode all, like, on and stuff. Oh, I am so cooked. Alright. You know, obviously, this copyrighted music, so... Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Fucking dumbass. Alright. Alright, Alright, there it is. Boom. Boom, just like that, you know. Once you hear about your chain and stuff, you know, obviously if you played a skin quest and stuff in Piggy, you obviously know that sound and stuff. Once you hear that your chain, you get yourself a skin. So, yeah, that's pretty much, you know, the entire Moopy skin quest. Just, yeah, so, you know, just find Moopy and the Moopy plushie in all 12 maps and stuff in Book 1, and once you hear that your chain, oh shit. Once you hear that your chain, boom, you've done the quest and stuff. So I guess, you know, oh, yeah, so, that, you know, the Moopy's in the outside shed in a house. The movie, the nah, whatever. The plushie is in the showers and station. It's in the garage and gallery, Watchtower Forest, school gym, hospital yellow safe room, the cafeteria and stuff upstairs, Metro, the crate room, the carnival behind the cage near exit, the city, you know, the red Keycard hotel room, mall behind coin arcade machine, Outpost, red key room upstairs, and finally Plant, you know, the carnival in Plant Park 2. So, you know, I got that from, you know, like a Twitter picture and stuff. So, again, once you've done that, you know, you complete the skin quest. So, yeah, take it, Mr. P. Yeah, I'm definitely a hallucination. Ooh, I'm a hallucination. Ooh. Fuck you staring at, you piece of shit. Alright, now let's see that good old skin. I'm assuming it's obviously in the extras and stuff, so let's see that skin, shall we? Boom, there it is. Moopy along with Moopy Alternative, you know, which is the plushie version. I saw a scalp. Dear Lord, you bald shit. Boom, there's the man, the myth, the legend himself in all of its glory. Okay, here is Moopy. Yeah, this is... Okay, yeah, so this is Moopy and stuff. Again, this was like, you know, a little dev skin that I think Moonfall made for, Minitoon and stuff, you know, like with what Minitoon made the Mooney skin for, Moonfall, so, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong about that, or I might have to, like, recheck and stuff, but, yeah, this is the Moopy dev skin and stuff, one of the first ever dev skins that can actually be playable to all players and stuff if they complete this, skin quest pretty much, so, yeah, that's honestly, pretty cool and stuff, you know, like, who knows, we might get more dev skins and stuff as, you know, a skin quest, you know, like, with, like, you know, maybe the Mooney skin, maybe we could get a Mooney plushie in the future, and, you know, you gotta find all 12 Mooney plushies in all the Book 2 maps and stuff, so, you know, something like that, you know, who knows, but, yeah, so let's, this shit beautiful. And now this is the alternative Moopy, which is basically, you know, the Moopy plushie, pretty much, so. This is low-key reminding me of, like, the Piggy on a Budget theme song and stuff. Wouldn't be surprised if they actually got the same person to actually do that and stuff, but, yeah, this is the This is most likely, like, Minitoon or Moonfall X, which is recording the theme song and stuff very poorly, but, yeah, so this is the alternative, Moopy and stuff, aka, you know, the Moopy plushie and stuff that you also get for completing the skin quest and stuff. You get both the original dev skin and the alternative, you know, plushie version pretty much, so, yeah, you can see, like, the eye, like, the pupils going everywhere and stuff, you know? If I can rain around the rosy, I guess, so, yeah, this honestly looks a little cool, you know, it's, like, more of, like, an outfit, I guess, you know, so, yeah, that's really cool and stuff. Again, you can still get the Moopy plushie, like, I'm pretty sure from what I remembered and stuff, like, it, like, you know, you have, like, it's, like, yeah, it, you know, it goes off sale and stuff in, like, December 21st and stuff, so, you pretty much have, like, 7 days to get it and stuff, you know, so, yeah, it's, like, $30 and stuff, just like any average, Piggy plushie nowadays, so, yeah, if you have a spare $30 and stuff, I guess you can, you know, go purchase it and stuff. And, you know, if it reaches 1 million sales and stuff, then Intercity is gonna release. Yeah, now that I think about it and stuff, it's still supposed to release, like, and stuff in, like, late 2025. There's not even, like, a month left until 2025, so I don't exactly know if it's gonna still release, or my best guess and stuff is it's probably gonna be delayed. I'm assuming it's probably gonna be delayed, but like Christmas Day, they're gonna release like a whole trailer and stuff or something. Like I think I don't know, man. But anyways, I'm yapping a little too much, but yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video right here now. So that was pretty much how to get yourself the how to get how to complete the Moopy skin quest and stuff. Again, because the plushie like reached 500 sales. Now the skin quest is officially out, and you can basically get it. It's not really, again, it's not really, supposed to be as difficult as the Mrs. P skin quest, from like last year and stuff, but yeah. So all you gotta do is pretty much, just go for all 12 Book 1 maps, and you just gotta find all of the Moopy plushies and stuff, one in each map and stuff. So 12 Moopy plushies in total, like with a Moopy plushie, like right in this, like, in the outside shed. The showers in the station, the garage in the gallery, the Watchtower in forest, the gym in school, the cafeteria upstairs in hospital, yeah, the storage area, the blue keycard area and stuff in Metro, the behind the cage near the exit in Carnival, the red keycard hotel room in City, the II arcade and stuff behind the arcade machine and stuff in the mall. I think the upstairs in the red key room and stuff in Outpost, and finally the Carnival, like next to one of the benches and stuff to your like left and stuff, and the phase 2, like the part 2 and stuff of the plan chapter with like the whole boss fight-ish and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire Moopy skin quest, and once you've done that, you get the original dev skin and this alternative like a plushie version and stuff, which is very goddamn adorable. So there's a fucking cutie patootie over here. So yeah, that's pretty much it and stuff. Again, again and stuff. Like the next plushie and stuff, I'm pretty sure it's like the Writer Page one with like another campaign and stuff. So hopefully I can get my hands on that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other if, like if you have like any Piggy fan games and stuff, Piggy inspired games that I haven't heard of yet and stuff, that you want me to play, because again, I'm really a big fan of Piggy and stuff, stuff like that, then join the puppies where you go on Roblox. There's just on the wall, anything, just make sure it's not inappropriate for obvious reasons. There's gonna be some rules and notes you follow during Kid 3 wants to be extra rude. Also make sure to follow my social announcements, links, or just post in general, like my TikTok, my Twitter, Facebook, XY, and my Instagram. All links in the description below, including the game link for yeah, obviously Piggy and stuff. If you want to, like play the, if you've already, like, if you want to either, complete the skin quest for yourself, or, you already got the skin and you want to, like, play with the skin and stuff, and rounds yourself, I guess, stuff like that, be my guest, game link, and description below. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Probably was waiting here now. It's beautiful. Just look straight at the camera and stuff, like, for a few seconds, and it just goes, like, cross-eyed again, but anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Peace out, adios, and goodbye. Of course, like, tomorrow, for, like, day, 15, I'll obviously make sure to check that out and stuff. It appears that, like, the, day 14 was originally going to be, like, another community skin from what I've heard, but, it was replaced for Gus and stuff, because apparently Mark broke the rules, I guess, because people wanted a Gus skin, I guess, so yeah, I guess it's likely that we're gonna get another community skin and stuff, for day 15, maybe it's gonna be more Christmas themed and stuff. Who even knows? I guess we'll figure out when we cross that bridge in a few hours. So, anyways, goodbye, I guess.